Hi, my name's Andy, and this is my wife Audra, and we have two wonderful kids, Josephine and Lucas. Um, for us, joining Eureka EUMC was, um, a big decision for us when we first moved back to St. Louis. We had looked at other churches in the area, and one of the things that really drew us to EUMC was the active children's ministry that they had going at the time.
Yeah, and so backing up, our kids are 4 and we have a newborn, 3 months now. But when we showed up to EUMC, I think it was probably maybe one of our first times there, and it reminded me of the church I grew up in, and it just had a sense of home for me, which was furthered by the fact that you guys had just returned from a town in Colorado that should remain nameless because it has too many tourists already. But it just felt like this place that I grew up in, and I wanted the same thing for our children. And immediately people were greeting us and talking to us, and it just felt like home for us. And ever since then, our daughter will just be running all over the church, and she's meeting more people than we do on Sunday morning with everywhere she goes. But it's just been a good place for us that we will be driving down 109 and our daughter will look over and she'll say, "That's my church." To hear her say that and recognize this building from far away as her church and pointing to it and smiling is a great feeling, and it makes us know that we're in the right place.
Right.
So I think for us, supporting the church is something that I can trace back to my childhood. When I was a kid, my dad would always give me a quarter to put in the offering plate as it goes by, and I knew the importance of that just from that early age. And as we got older, and when we first got married over 10, almost 11 years ago, that was really important to us, was our tithes to the church. And from just a few months into our marriage, we started doing the 10%, and it was hard at first because I was in law school, you were the only one working, and starting off you just don't have a lot, but we did it, and right away we could see the impact it was making in our own lives, and it just seemed like the more we gave, the more God blessed us, not just financially, but in so many other ways that a decade later we've continued to do that for our entire marriage. And I don't know where we'd be if we hadn't done that. I know it significantly impacted us, and I'd hope that the different churches we've been a part of, as we've had to move over the years, it's impacted them as well. And I know that Eureka United Methodist is doing so many great things, especially with the flood recovery efforts and things like that, and the youth ministries, that it's so important to us to see the church growing because of it and our own lives.
Right, and we've been blessed so much by God, just with everything that we have. Our two beautiful children, the friends that we have, the church that we go to, and so just us being able to give back has really meant a lot for us, and for us to be able to do that.